blessed ones of the nations of the world. One more time, this is your brother Dan Moses, or say Sakodi of TRC Ghana, coming to you with the continuation of our expose, Testimony, New World Disorder, expose part 279. 278 is going to follow this with what to do. This expose is being recorded on the 20th of May, 20th of October 2023, Friday morning, for the Lord's Day, Saturday, the 21st of October 2023, because of the sabotage and the hacking against us. We are recording these and beginning the postings early. So by Saturday, which date it is for, you see there. So I go about to the program, Testimony, New World Disorder, expose part 278 is already available on this channel, Testimony, New World Disorder, meant for Saturday, the 21st of October 2023, the Lord's Day. The enemies and the haters of Jews, the cowardly secret killers of the Ghanaian people can hate me and kill Ghanaians the more. We are not moved. The God of Israel, Yahweh is my God, and I am not intimidated to declare him to the entire world that Yahweh is my God and Christ is my Lord. Akwaba to the program, Testimony, New World Disorder, Humanity and the Nations of the World. I want to reiterate that from the attack, assault, and the terrorism against me by the new terrorists of Nana Addo Akufo, the haters of Jews that they concentrated against me, the Dowenya police station, whom I have reported the case to, just like I reported the death threat, and they are covering up. They still continue their official position of the Ghana Police Service, Dampare, and the Ghana Police Headquarters to willfully cover up the hate crime against Jews and the putting of the face of Israel on the evil that they do. They have been behind the Hamas attack on Israel on the 7th of October. Let's get it clear. They initiated it from Ghana on the 7th of October and executed it in against Israel on the 7th of October. So Ghana, let's humanity, America, and then let's get this clear. Ghana is the center of the global evils. Akwaba to the program, Testimony, New World Disorder. I just came from the Dowenya police station. From here, moving straight to the hospital for medical reports from towards my examination regarding the assault. So let's get this done quickly. Akwaba to the program, Testimony, New World Disorder, and Akwaba to expose part 279. Humanity and the nations of the world. As we have seen, expose part 278. Let me help the noble people of the United Kingdom to understand what treachery the government of Nana Addo Akufo and the tribalists who sought to have put who sought by tribalism to have put Kwesi Kwarteng on the throne of United Kingdom as the Prime Minister to further their tribalism and their hatred and the covering up of the crimes, 17 years of the heinous crimes of this U.S. undercover agent. Let me expose to United Kingdom and the nations of the world the treachery that Nana Addo Akufo and the tribalists played regarding why Chris Hughton, the Black Star coach, became the president, became the Black Stars coach. Ghana and the nations of the world. You know, for 6 years after my two tortured and abducted children, my two innocent tortured and abducted children were abducted in America by the extremely dangerous U.S. undercover agent and supported by the intelligence forces and the terror network of Nana Addo Akufo and the Montgomery County Police in 2011, specifically June the 13th, 2011. I had to consistently do everything that I could, appealing to the U.S. government, even as far as the Congress, the United Nations, International Criminal Court. For 6 years, the Obama administration, the White House, appealing to them for the sake of peace, they must return my 2 innocent and abducted children together with the undercover agent and get the family restored. That is what is going to stop the hate crime of the killing of my people of Ghana. I appeal to the United Nations, Ban Ki-moon and his traitors within the United States for 6 years. However, because of US government funding, they chose Obama's money over my life and over the life of the Ghanaian people, and played ugly diplomacy and politics, aiding the Obama administration to further the killing of the Ghanaian people, and took a stand never to return my 2 tortured and abducted children together with the undercover agent for a restoration of a family of 4. So in 2017, after they have taken my national throne for Nana Addo Akufo Addo to help them for the next 8 years in covering up of the crimes of the extremely dangerous US undercover agent, the killing of our people, knowing Nana Addo Akufo Addo is my arch enemy. They put him on the throne of Ghana, and I had to take the stand of when the terrorism and the torture persecution against me in the US has become enough. I tell the US government I was leaving America and I would not accept this undercover till I made it official to the United Nations, International Criminal Court, the Nana Addo Akufo, the Ghana Embassy, Washington DC. I will never want any marriage or restoration of the family together with this undercover agent. 6 years I kept appealing to their conscience, yet because of money that they seek at the expense of the blood of Ghanaians, Nana Addo Akufo Addo and his government, his new terrorist, refused to return the undercover agent and my children for a restoration of the family. So in 2017, when I've taken that decision on the behalf of Ghana, that enough is enough. I don't need the undercover agent in my life, period. I demand the return of my innocent children, and I appeal to the Ghanaian people to give me a woman in Ghana, just like Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was giving a wife. Ghana arranged for a wife for her in Egypt, Her Excellency Fatia Nkrumah. I appeal to the Ghanaian people, not to the government of Nana Addo Akufo, to give me a Ghanaian woman as a wife, so that I will have nothing to do so far as marriage with this undercover agent. This was open appeal that I made on the Facebook page, Testimony New World Disorder. We have moved from the Facebook to YouTube channel, Testimony, and we know why. Okay, our oppression by Mike Zuckerberg and aiding the Obama administration to cover up the crime. We have to exit the Facebook. So I made that appeal openly to Ghana, and therefore the United Nations, Ban Ki-moon and the traitors within the United Nations, Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, they quickly capitalized on the agenda. Let them devise a scheme and make a ploy as though they want, with the Nana Addo Akufo Addo, they have to agree. They are for the sake of the peace, resolving the issue. They are negotiating with a wife for me, so that the extremely dangerous US undercover agent would own my 2 tortured and abducted children, and then I'll be given a Ghanaian wife. That woman became a very noble daughter of Ghana. Vim Lady Efia Pokuya. So, however, the United Nations, the crime covering state within the US and the Akufo Addo government, they were only going to use Efia Pokuya and play her as though they would want to seek a relationship between us, and then eventually they are not going to allow it to work, and they would break the relationship and keep pushing to cover up their shame of 6 years me pressing for the restoration of the family and the undercover agent in my life. They would break the relationship between myself and Efiapokuya, and then start pushing the agenda to impose the undercover agent on me as a wife, as though push an agenda that they want him to be my wife, together with the children, and then restore the family, which was all a fiasco. You understand? Okay. So Ghana, the long and short of it all, the same traitors within the United Nations, Ban Ki-moon and his cronies, the crime covering stick within the America, the Ban Ki-moon, the Hillary Clinton, the Akufo Addo, the Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, Barack Obama's, they ensured that their relationship did not work. And during and because of, as part of that, I exited America for Ghana for a 2-year investigative work. When the investigative work was overwhelming the United Nations, they were getting too exposed. Ban Ki-moon and his cronies, Nana Addo and Akufo Addo, they could not handle the expose. They started killing. They sought to divert the attention from the heinous crimes by eliminating His Excellency Pakwesi Inisata. They killed him in worship of the extremely dangerous US undercover agent. They stepped it up by eliminating Kofi Annan, Dr. Busumuru Kofi Annan, the former UN Secretary General. They eliminated him in Bern, Switzerland, to the shock of the world. Ghana must note that Efiapokuya was an official rep, Ghana's rep to the United Nations. He has been representing Ghana at the United Nations, and he was in close touch with Kofi Annan. So even on her Facebook page, you will see Kofi Annan's image boldly on the on Efiapokuya's Facebook page. Ghana, I would not blame Efiapokuya for the loss of Kofi Annan's life or the marriage, the relationship not having worked. She was in a very complex situation at because of this same issue. The same crime covering stick had to kill Kaba because of her closeness to Efiapokuya. They had to kill Kaba on the 18th of November 2017, a day before I left. A day on the 17th of November, I'd been at the White House, made an expose, tried to wish Efiapokuya well openly at the White House. The next day, they quickly had to orchestrate and kill Kaba because of her closeness to Efiapokuya. So Ghana, we would not dwell that much on that. So Efiapokuya, Vim Lady, was a very kind, genuine-hearted individual, and would have won that the relationship worked. But however, she was in a very complex situation. Her ex was Captain Smart, and she was in the same Addo FM with her. So the relationship, there had to be a very highly secretive thing, national agenda being pushed by various even leaders, including some chiefs. Secretly, they were pushing that agenda for the success of the marriage. But meanwhile, the stand of the Ban Ki-moon and his cronies, Barack Obama's, Hillary Clinton's, Joe Biden, they have taken a stand that they will not let the relationship work. Eventually, they will break it and seek to cover up their shame by demanding that I should go get remarried to the undercover agent, which is all a ploy because they will never let that work. And I will never marry my killer. So Ghana, America, and the nations of the world, the same stakes that were playing, they played Efiapokuya, they exploited me, exploited her, and eventually they destroyed the relationship. So that is how diabolical stakes within the United Nations have been. After Efiapokuya, Ghana, let me skip some information and let's get to my family. The same stakes, how they exploited Efiapokuya, the United Nations, Ban Ki-moon and his cronies, Biden and his administration, they had to come out with a further ploy that they have realized that I am interested in my uncle's daughter. After they have killed my uncle, they used bribery to buy the minds of my uncle Nana Addo J, and they killed him. They had to now come up with a plot that instead of Efiapokuya, they have seen that I'm interested in my uncle's daughter. So they had to come up with a scheme that they are, instead of Efiapokuya, going to use my uncle's daughter However, Ghana, um, if it is lawful under the laws of Ghana and in my family, for me to get married to my own uncle's daughter after they have killed the uncle, for me to continue the procreation, the good works of my uncle, I would never have objected that marriage if it was accepted by the family and it was accepted. If it was accepted, so I remain a perfect heart and a genuine heart towards the family, just like I have been always. But I knew that it was a ploy, and eventually, if I'm not careful, they are going to seek to kill more in my family. My uncle's family, they're going to kill them more. So the United Nations were playing my uncle's family in Kumasi from one angle, using coercion, bribery, to the point of they seeking to appoint and give opportunity of my uncle's daughter to work with the United Nations in an issue which a criminal issue, crimes against humanity, which involve Ban Ki-moon, who is before the International Criminal Court, stakes of the United Nations, involving the lynching and the kidnapping me with this undercover agent. Such a criminal case. Why should the United Nations stoop so low, using bribery after they have killed my uncle with Nana Addo Akufo-Addo's government, and then using bribery and coercion of my family to come out with a ploy that I want to marry my uncle's daughter. So while the United Nations was using that ploy of coercion, bribery, and seeking to appoint the lady in the United Nations, making her write proposals for the United Nations, the Biden administration, that was 2021, Biden administration to have come out with a scheme of the same bribing of the same family. So it was the matter of, would the woman yield to the bribery of the Biden administration until to support the Biden administration in the covering of the crime, or he will yield to the United Nations option of solving this problem. So the Biden administration was also using bribery to my family, to the point of offering green card to my uncle's daughter. So you can see the kind of pressure under which the family was, and they were being played. I knew that I have to be very, very prudent. Otherwise, they would kill the daughter, my uncle's daughter, or even my uncle's wife. So I have to be very, very protective of them, very, very prudent. These were the times that the Akufo-Addo government and the global stakes within the United States have come out with that 2020 election petition. And I was in Kumasi, and that hearing was going on. And all that hearing that they used the Supreme Court to do was a staged trial hearing. It was all about, if I would accept to get married to my uncle's wife, then that goes to the 2020 elections hearing would go to the Akufo-Addo government, and the Akufo-Addo will be given the 4 years term. If I would not accept and I refuse it, and I'll go get remarried to the extremely dangerous US undercover agent, then the hearing will go to Mahama. Mahama will be allowed to declare the winner through the hearing. So that was the ploy. At that time, the United Nations were using the woman, my uncle's daughter, for a fiasco investigation, to interrogate him, to solicit information, all information which they knew already. While the Biden administration were also playing the family from one side, using the daughter to solicit information from me. They have put the home under total surveillance. America, hear this. It was through the heinous crimes of me exposing heinous crimes of this undercover agent to my uncle's daughter under the surveillance that Barack and Joe Biden came out with it. My coded name, one of my coded names is Putin. So Joe Biden had to, because of that potent expose that I'm making on this undercover agent, it will mean that under the laws of US, she could die for it. So Biden came out with his political treachery to the American people that Putin is a killer, that I want to kill the undercover agent. But it had nothing to do with the actual Putin. And eventually they have to plot and create problem between Russia, Ukraine to war and divert their attention from the medical terror. Ghana, let's go on. We are doing as much as we can. They have been injured, they damaged me so badly, but we are moving on. We have to do. One hand is building Jerusalem wall, the other hand is in a weapon of battle. So we are doing all together. Akufo to the program, Testimony New World Disorder. As part of the United Nations and the Biden administration playing my family, and they using my uncle's wife to interrogate me, I had to. I shared with her that it is the God of Israel, and it is Israel that God is using to keep me alive. Otherwise, the undercover agent would have succeeded in getting me killed long ago. Because the home was under the surveillance, this very secretive information that I shared, within a matter of 2 months, the states within the United Nations pull strings in Israel, and they make sure that they have ripped Netanyahu of his presidency. So it was my own family that was manipulated. And God, in 2022, when I went back to the US, God had to use me to do what ought to be. And His Excellency Netanyahu came back as the president of Israel. Israel, I stand with you with all my heart. God bless you and God bless Benjamin. Akufo to the program, Testimony New World. So yeah, you are hearing mind-blowing exposés, right? Vivid evidence and unthinkable, truthful information. Akufo to the program, Testimony New World Disorder. So when I returned before I returned to America in 2022, the Akufo government had started unleashing their plots with the states within the United Nations, because their main agenda was the same as they did to Efiapokuya. They would not let the relationship between me and my uncle's wife that we were seeking by ploy to establish, they would not let it work. So they started on buying the minds of women of basal soul, women that don't see their value as Ghanaian women, who would want to use their genital for cheap money. They bought their minds at Addo to aid them to pose as though I have gone behind my uncle's wife to be in relationship with them. So they based on that to break the relation, the ploy of relation that you're seeking to establish. Meanwhile, they are giving the throne to Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, and if they are to go, United Nations to go, if they are credible and they are truthful, they stand for peace, then they should have given my uncle's wife to me in marriage. But it's also about the undercover agent. So they came up with a ploy, buying the minds of women in Addo to as false witnesses, as unnamed witnesses, on their behalf, to make up a ploy that I have gone behind my uncle's wife for a relationship with them. Total nonsense and wickedness involving states within the United, bribe-paying states within the United Nations. Akufo to the program, Testimony New World. So we are sweating, but it's all good. God bless you. Humanity. So eventually, 2022, they have used that agenda, bought women, settled them in businesses. Women, some of them didn't even have bread to eat. People that I had to support came to plead with me for support, and I supported them financially. They had to turn them all against me and use them to make up a ploy to seek to rape my uncle's daughter out of my life. So they did, but as prudent I had to be, when I had left and they did that to the total destruction of the Ghanaian city, because Dampare and his people, they were using the Bank of print money to fund the terror activities in Addo, Dowenya. I had to leave for the US. And now in that 2021, the reason why they came up with that ploy that they want to get me married to the US undercover agent. I was in 2022, before I came down from America, they had come out with a ploy that in enforcing the agenda of they taking my uncle's wife from my life, they had to on this same page, Testimony New World Disorder, go check March 2022, April thereabouts, before they attacked us and stopped our exposés. You will see that I was making teachings on the marriage in Canaan. The marriage in Canaan. and we dwelt there for a while. So they had to, the Akufo Addo government, the United Nations, the Biden administration had to come out with a ploy that I'm leaving Ghana for, uh, I'm leaving America for Ghana to come seek marriage to my uncle's daughter. So on the 20, while they were using medical terrorism against me to seek to get me killed in secrecy through medical terrorism, including capital digestion facility. We have all these exposés here. So in April, on April 27th, I arrived in Ghana. A day to my arrival, they have shamelessly, in a ploy, removed my uncle's daughter to the United Kingdom, to play the United Kingdom, that I am seeking to come marry my uncle's daughter. So they have removed her from Ghana to the United Kingdom, because I had exposed the United that their bribery and with the U.S. government to of green card, and they offering opportunity to get the woman lady working. It's totally unlawful and not acceptable. So they have to stretch it and quickly remove the woman to the lady to the United Kingdom. A day to my arrival in Ghana, and afterwards, when I stayed in Ghana, they had to terrorize me. Eventually, I went back to America. They had to use one of the women called Patricia Efriye, a woman that had no use for her genitalia, to seek money at the expense of the blood of Ghanaians. Use her as a ploy to be sending messages into my phone to make up a ploy as though she was in a relationship with me. I broke her phone. The Akufo Addo government opened the phone lines to continue, because Ban Ki-moon's terror company that I was working for, Avenue Exxon, needed her to do that under the guise of investigation, where they have removed the company workers to South Korea to go push the cover-up agenda. We know all this. Okay. So before I came to Ghana, the banking state of banking within the United States, the Biden administration, and they had to come up with a ploy to give my uncle's daughter a clean sheet, that I went behind her to go for another woman, and therefore United Kingdom should not. United Kingdom, you were played. They played you. They made Chris Hutton the Black Stars coach after Kwesi Appiah, because as part of the agenda, when they have pushed my uncle's daughter to the United Kingdom, they had to, knowing my heart for the Black Stars, thinking that if they put Chris Hutton as the Black Stars coach, I will be compared as part of peace. After they have part of the peace, stand with Chris Hutton and the United Kingdom, and not expose their shame of bribing my family and removing my uncle's daughter to the United Kingdom. America, this has to do with my family is a noble family. They were exploited and killed my uncle, and they used the same bribery, start exploiting my uncle's daughter and the family. So when eventually this year, before, when I was in US, I had to still maintain the perfect heart of doing everything that I could in support of the family, financially and material, whatever I could, just like I was doing when my uncle was alive. When you go to my uncle's wife, she can attest that even before my uncle passed, before I was kidnapped, they set the family up to aid the US undercover agent in getting me kidnapped. When I had come to Ghana, I have shopped for the family. When they're even younger, I have shopped for them. So my heart and my generosity doesn't only extend to my family. TRC, Ghana and Tema can attest that I was teaching with a chalk, and I was using my salary to support younger ones, establish scholarship scheme for them. So if anybody think that by my generosity towards whether male or female, I want to marry you, that is why I'm being, it is, you don't know who I am. That is me. I just love humans, my fellow human beings. So before I came to Ghana, I returned to Ghana in this 2023. I had done everything for the protection, because if I was not careful, the same United States United Nations stakes, and the Biden, they were going to kill my uncle's daughter, and they were going to kill in my family if this thing should go very bad on their behalf. So I have to be very, very prudent. There was no day, apart from the day Saturday, that I never called my uncle or the family when I was in. I was calling them every day, showing how much I love the family, that I am a member of the family and I stand with the family. However, I arrived in Ghana, and quickly the Akufo government and the same Ban Ki-moon state, they came out with a ploy that they must scheme to let my uncle's daughter. Every time I come to Ghana, I go straight to Kumasi, go visit them. I buy clothing for them. And I told the family, when I came, I called my uncle's wife, and I told her I would be coming to bring visit the family and bring the item that I bought for the family as usual. Then they quickly schemed and made the uncle to tell me that she's not available, she has traveled. Then they stepped up to quickly make a family member, Simon Jesse Dankwa, whom they took to South Africa to aid the evil and the covering up of the crimes of the undercover agent for 10 years. When they were playing my uncle's wife, they at the same time pulled that guy from South Africa and brought him quickly to Ghana after 10 years to let him come pass the night. They played some very dirty game, which was unnecessary, but it's okay. So they made my uncle's wife for like over 1 month, claiming she has traveled, and they made the daughters, the children, the son, the daughter, none of them should have anything to do with me. I call their phone, I'll call you back. So God made me adapt. God gave me prudence, and God helped me. Around that same time, God asked me, my son, look for a relationship that would help solve this problem. You would help your family. The stand of the Akufo government, they never want to give my uncle's daughter to you in relationship. It was all a ploy. They have bribed the family. You are not careful, they will kill their daughter. So give your uncle's daughter and your uncle's family the opportunity to give the daughter to whoever that they are interested in giving her in marriage. And in order for God to do that, God made a way for me. And I found a very genuine and perfect-hearted woman. And God made me make effort of seeking to establish a relationship with her, to get married to her, if it will work. I quickly informed my family, my uncle, and I informed my best friend about what was happening so far as the relationship, because I would not accept. Nkrumah was Ghana arranged the marriage for Nkrumah. Eventually, the tribalists and traitors, they hated Nkrumah and they destroyed him. They destroyed Nkrumah. I have asked for a woman from my nation, Ghana. The traitors within the United Nations, the Barack Obama, they all came up with the plot. Akufo Addo. They played Ifrapuku, they destroyed it. And then they attacked my family member, and they did the same thing to my family. So now, thank you, Ghana. I am a man, and I had to find a wife. Bible says, whosoever finds a wife has found a good thing and has a favor with the Lord. I would find a wife for myself. And God led me to go into seeking. And that woman, I have still, I officially told my family. I've told my family, I've told my uncle. Just like every noble woman would do, she also had done her work as a woman and being very prudent about it. And very tactful. I've also been very, very tactful. But Ghana, the conclusion is, it is stakes within the Ban Ki-moon and his cronies, haters within the United Nations, the terrorists of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo, the Barack Obama, the Hillary Clintons, and destroyers of America and Ghana. They planted the undercover agent in church to make a fool of the Church of God for a set-up marriage, and they used to further their killing of the innocent under the guise of the hand for Osama bin Laden. Why would I accept any remarriage to her? And from what they have done to Ifeapokuya and my effort to in relationship with her, from what they have done to my own family, why would I accept any negotiated or arranged marriage. For me, no. Bible says if I find a wife, I found a good thing, and I will have favor with the Lord. It is a perfect heart and a genuine mind. That is why I told my family, my uncle, and my best friend, I have not done anything in secrecy or in hiding. I have nothing evil against that noble Ghanaian woman. Ghana, United Kingdom, you were played. Chris Houghton, as a ploy as he was being used in stabbing you in the back by the tribalists, the same way that they wanted to use Kwesi Kwarteng, and I exposed them, you didn't let it work. And you, although you went through all kinds of tumult, your government, I stood with you until eventually you have a prime minister. And it's okay. I love my family. I will continue to stand with them. I will never get remarried today. Extremely dangerous US undercover agent. This is what I tell the United Nations. They have now orchestrated to get me assassinated. They have engineered assault, total assault on me last night. They have destroyed my phone, cracked the screen. But it's okay. I'm not dead. Once there is hope, once you are alive, everything is possible. This was told me by a genuine-hearted and a perfect-hearted woman. God bless you. And God bless my homeland. I love my family. Auntie Vera, Junior, Auntie Mamiya, Auntie Mabna, I stand with you. It is because I'm defending the blood of my uncle. That is why the traitors within the United Nations who caused Kofi Annan's life, who caused Jerry John Rawlings' life with the Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo Addo and his government, who put Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo Addo on the throne of Ghana for an 8 years period, for the, so that they raped my children out of my life. They are the same people who played you. They never want to see the family do well. I had to fight for the family and not let them, my uncle's daughter, be taken by the ploy, by her being taken to the US under the guise of the US green card, because I know that what I have suffered, I never want any family member to suffer that. She gets there, they will set her into a marriage with an undercover agent, and they will eventually eliminate her from life. That is why I fought for the family. I stand with the family, I stand with her soul. Noble woman of God, I have done what God intended me to do, so that through you, we save my family. Let them say that I have a relationship with you, and have that, use that as a ground to take my uncle's wife from my life permanently. Let them go ahead and do. God bless you. God bless you.